I didn't think it was possible to have a Notes app that had all the features you wanted, none of the features you don't want, and not have any bloatware, and not have to pay a monthly fee or a subscription for it. I thought it wasn't possible. It is so refreshing to find an app that does what it claims to do in such a really easy to use interface, listens to the consumers, and is free. So let's talk about this app. So we're going to take a look at how Obsidian does it. Now, I'm guilty, like a lot of people, of trying Obsidian out and abandoning it for other flashier Notes apps. But inevitably, there was something always missing, or there were features being added to this newer Notes app that I didn't necessarily want, and there was no way to take it off or to opt out of it. And you had to pay for it, or you had to pay to have any meaningful use out of this Notes app. And somehow Obsidian has the best of both worlds. So you can customize Obsidian, make it as powerful as an automated project management hub, or keep it as simple as a markdown light Notes app. I think there are 4 features that actually makes Obsidian overpowered, in my opinion. So let's talk about those 4 features. First thing is price. See, in a world of subscriptions and continuous payment, Obsidian is 99% free. You can use 99% of the app indefinitely for free. In fact, the only reason you want to pay for Obsidian is if you have multiple devices that each have Obsidian installed on them, and you want a real-time sync between all those devices, which in that case, you are most likely a business or a team, and paying for Obsidian makes sense then. If you're a single person, if you use Obsidian on just one device or 2 devices, you don't have to pay for it. So essentially, Obsidian is free to use. Thank you, Obsidian, for daring to do what other companies, other developers are shying away from doing at this critical time. The timing of this pricing strategy is so on point. It's refreshing. And speaking of timing, here's a word from the sponsor of this video. Timing is an app that automatically tracks which apps, documents, and websites you spend your time on. And it goes beyond simply tracking and login time. It groups your activities, it shows you patterns, and it gives you a summary of how you're spending your time. And some of its really great features are that shows you important metrics like your most active hours, which days you're most active and productive, and total time spent on device, which can be further divided by apps and projects. And you also get a productivity score based on your usage. It is also the only app that lets you import your screen time from your iPhone and iPad, giving you a better overview of all of your work. It also has features that work together to save you hours manually tracking time and categorizing efforts, which makes it perfect for creatives, freelancers, and anyone who is interested in tracking their time. Now, there is a free 30-day trial to use the app and enjoy all of its features, plus an extra 20% off when you use the link in the description. So thank you, Timing, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to Obsidian. Now, the next feature that sets Obsidian apart and above other Notes app is the interface. See, starting from a clean slate, you have 2 side collapsible panels, a tab system at the top for having multiple notes open at the same time, and a tiny ribbon at the bottom to show you the notes properties. Now, with this setup, all the information you need is just a click away, or just a keyboard shortcut away. And these panels are customizable, so you can move things around in the panels. So it's not just an app that gives you a rigid interface or a rigid system where you have to adapt to. You can change things around to fit your workflow. Perfect. Number 3, the file system. And this is how Obsidian stores your notes, lets you access your notes, and if you want, move them around down. everything is in markdown, so you have .txt files, which are possibly the best way to store notes files. They are non-proprietary, so any text editor can open them up and render them the way you want it rendered. When you open Obsidian for the first time to start taking notes, you're prompted to create a vault, which is like a master folder for all the notes you have. Everything is in a vault, which is a folder on your computer system. You can create multiple vaults, delete vaults, and change the storage location. Everything is up to you. And now the fourth feature that makes Obsidian overpowered, truly overpowered, is the plugins. Just when you think Obsidian can't get any better, it introduces plugins. Now, plugins are, if you've seen my video on Raycast, you have an understanding of what plugins are. They essentially add functionality to an app. Plugins let you customize Obsidian however you want. So you want a different theme, plugins let you do that. You want to go from a simple notes app into a complete Kanban workflow, plugin lets you do that. You want to turn Obsidian into a project management hub where you can track each task through their various stages, plugins lets you do that. It transforms Obsidian literally from a notes app into anything you want it to be. You can get all of the plugins for Obsidian for free. So the addition of plugins alone takes Obsidian to the top of any note list out there. Now, those four are the top features that make Obsidian overpowered, but there are some other quality of life features and improvements as well that make Obsidian enjoyable to use, and here are just a couple of them. The first one is Graph View, and this is a visual representation of all of the links between your notes, which can be filtered by tags and other metadata. This is good for discovering relationship between your notes and finding notes that don't link to other notes, and just a good way of just looking through all of the notes in your vault in a different way. Now, the second thing is Command Palette. Now, I find this probably the most useful feature of Obsidian because it eliminates the need to remember keyboard shortcuts. So all you need to do is remember one shortcut. In my case, for Command Palette is Command P. You hit that, and any action you want to take, you can just type it up, search it in the Command Palette, and you have that done. They feel really small, but they are really good quality of life improvements, and how they integrate into Obsidian just makes it seamless and useful and enjoyable to use. Now, coupled with the fact that the interface is very simple, easy to use, the file system does not lock you in. You can move your notes wherever, however, reorganize them, use any note system you want, organize them with tags, using folders, it doesn't matter. Obsidian lets you do that, and you can do all of this for free. Obsidian is truly overpowered. It is hard to have an argument against Obsidian being top 3 of any note list out there with all of these features. And there are a lot more features and plugins that make Obsidian truly a beloved app. So put them in the comments, your top 3 plugins, so that other people can discover them and help elevate the experience of the app. I really think it can stand side by side with any notes app, free or paid, anywhere. So yeah, that is Obsidian. So I had to share it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.